Polo and Tweed.
Hi, I'm Ruth. I am a recruitment and training consultant here at Polo and Tweed.
And today we are going to be discussing the difference between net and gross. And you might think that this is a bit of a dull subject, but I promise it's really important that A, you know what the difference is, and B, why it's important. Because whether you're looking for a job or whether you're looking to hire someone, it is a term that will be discussed and you need to know what it means. So, what is gross?
So gross is the total sum of the money that goes into your bank account plus your taxes that you are going to pay. It's the whole amount. So that is the lump sum, and it should be what's in your contract, ideally.
Exactly. So if you're looking to hire a member of staff, or if you're paying a member of staff, thinking about what the gross salary is in essence the total, although it can be a slightly movable figure, of what you're paying out each week, each month, etc. And within that is the net salary. So Ruth, what's the net salary?
So net salary is the bit that's left once you've paid all your taxes, all your liabilities. So things like if you have student loan, that would go out before it goes into your bank account. Also things such as your contributions to pensions, all those things go out before it goes into your bank account, and the amount that goes into your bank account is the net amount.
Yeah, so that's the difference between net and gross. So why do we talk about #GoGross? Why is it important that as an employer or an employee, you should be thinking about the gross figure rather than the net figure? Well, there's lots of reasons.
So the basic one is that everybody is different. Everybody has their own tax code, their own taxes, and everybody's background is different. So you may have been to university, you may have a student loan that you're paying off, and that's all going to affect the net amount that goes into your bank account at the end of the year. At the end of the year, the total, at the end of the month, or the week, whatever your pay time is.
Yeah.
So.
And remember, tax does change. So as an employer, particularly if you start discussing net with your prospective employee and the tax rates change, you could find that you're suddenly paying much more than what you were paying previously because the gross figure will be affected. So by talking about the gross figure at all times, you will always have the confidence that this is the key figure. And as we know, particularly in the UK, there are different tax brackets depending on your level of income. So again, these changes, you know, your tax relief will change. The government's always changing that in the United Kingdom. So that's another reason why talking about gross versus net is a much more important and safe place to be.
So for the employer, it is an unknown quantity that they're becoming liable to pay if they're talking net. On the plus side for the employee, because there is a plus side to this, for the employee, if the government changes your tax-free allowance, so that's the amount that you get the whole amount of without having to pay tax on, when they change that, if you are employed under gross terms, in your contract it says you are entitled to X amount gross per year, then you get to keep that money. If you're employed in net terms, then your net does not change. The net amount going into your bank account is going to be the same, whatever. Whereas you're going to get that extra little bit more in your pay bracket when the tax bands change, and when there are changes happening generally, and the government is typically doing that once a year at the moment. So
yeah.
It really is a really key thing to make sure you are doing.
Yeah, so it's beneficial for you as an employee as well as an employer, giving you protection about what you're paying out each week, each month, each year. So although there is a temptation, particularly as an employee, to say, well, how much am I getting in my bank account each week, each month, etc., fine. Obviously you need to know that, but from a contractual perspective, think about declaring in gross. Hashtag go gross, as it
Absolutely.
were. And then always you're going to be in a safe place, be it if you're an employer or an employee. So I hope that's been helpful. I know it is a rather droll subject, but it's a really, really important one. And to give you the power to make the right decisions in both your career or your hiring, you need to know the difference between net and gross. So thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure to see you all. If you've got any questions at all about this riveting subject, please do just drop us a message. We're always available to speak anytime. Wishing you all a lovely day ahead and hope to see you soon. Thanks
Thank you.
everyone. Bye.
Bye.